Okay, cool. We are recording. Okay, so I'm kind of gonna go through like step by step, almost like host post for dummies, just explaining everything, but also because like there's some new things that I've been doing that I feel like have been working super well, but I don't know if everybody knows about them or everybody else is doing them. Obviously, if you have something working for you, just keep doing that. But I'll share what's been working for me and kind of go step by step, and then some of these other leaders will chime in too if they have other things to add, and we'll kind of just go from there. But basically, for my host post right now, first of all, my goal is still 10 a day. Obviously, we all slack. Me and Shanice every day are like, we're doing it today. It's happening. And then there's other days where we're like, okay, yeah, that sucked. We definitely need to catch up and get like 13 up the next day. But I feel like the more that you stick to that, the more that you keep getting the results that makes you want to do host post more. Does that make sense? Like when you're in a rut, you don't want to do it because it's not fun because you're not seeing the results. But when you're doing the results or doing the actions and getting the host post up, then you're getting the results from it and you're like, oh, I want to do that again because that really works. Does that make sense? You kind of have to like crawl yourself out of a rut to even get to the point where it's actually going to be fun to do and you want to keep doing it because it's actually working. And so that part is like consistency, because if you do it one day and don't do the next, now I'm even guilty of that because I'll be like, why am I not signing customers? And I'm like, well, I got 5 host posts up Monday, but did I get 10 up yesterday or any up today? Like, am I being consistent? And so just being honest with yourself with that. So obviously the first thing is getting up your host post. So if you're like, okay, well, how do I get 10 host posts up? The best things that are working for me is obviously your giveaway posts. So giveaway posts that you're posting on your page that are talking about the giveaway and having people comment for an entry. Okay, so here's one that I just did. It says, giving away $300 on Thursday night. Tell me what temperature it is where you live. So it's like specific, like here's the giveaway that we're doing, comment for an entry, that sort of thing. And then obviously I'm messaging people. I mean, when I post this recording, I can just put all my messages wherever we post it and send them on like one big thing. But obviously I'm messaging those people and my message is kind of like, hey, I saw your comment on my giveaway post. Here's the giveaway that we're doing. On Thursday, we're giving away $300 to 2 people. All you have to do is make this quick post. I give them the post. I send it to them. And then I've been having people not tag me in my host post. And I feel like it's been working really good once I get the hang of like organization. That was the hardest part for me because I'm used to them being like in my timeline review. They're automatically just there. Well, now that I have to save them to a collection, I had to like get in a new routine. So it was kind of wonky for a while. And I was like, okay, do I just want to go back to what I was doing before? But once I got into that routine of saving them to my collection, it's actually easier because I just have to click on the April host post collection and they're all right there. I don't have to like scroll and scroll and scroll to like find them in timeline review. So then I send that message that has the host post, and then I send them a text replacement that says the no tag part. And I can put all this in like one big thing, like I said. But it literally says, here's the post, and like points above. So it's like, here's the post. Don't tag me. I'll be watching for it. Just let me know when you put it up. So they really do have to tell you like, hey, I posted, you're going to have no idea. And then once they have posted, let me go find one of mine and I'll untag it and retag it. Okay, so this girl just posted for me like an hour ago. So I'm going to unsave it. Okay, so here it is on her page. I don't know if you can see with the lighting. So here it is on her page. So if you click I'm trying to do it backwards, the 3 little lines, and then it says save post. I hope I'm clicking on the right thing because, oh, I just unsaved it. Okay, so click save post. And then it's going to have my collections here. So it has all my collections. So it has my March host post, but obviously I have my April host post. So I'm going to click on the April host post. So it's going to save it to that collection. And then on your Facebook, if you click the 3 little lines down at the bottom of like your home screen, it'll have like a saved collection right here, saved. If you click on that, then I can go to I'm guessing this is April. Go to my April, and here's my April like host post on here. And there's like different collections. So I have like all my March in one, all my April in one. And so that's where I save them. So whenever I go to catch up on my host post, that's where I go. Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But when people comment on those, what are you saying to them? Are you still saying like, oh, I saw your comment on like their post that they made for me? Or are you like switching it up a little since they didn't tag you?
Yeah, I'm still doing everything the same. And I feel like since because, and I'll kind of get to this in a minute, but when I add them as a friend first, and then I reply to their comment saying, hey, I sent you a friend request so that I can send you info, or hey, I sent you a friend request so that I can send you your entry. They like know that I'm the one connected, kind of, so that once they do accept my friend request and I message them, they already know that I'm going to message them because I commented, I sent you a friend request so that I can send you. Does that make sense? So that's kind of the connection. I have had people who are like, oh, I didn't know, like, since I'm not tagged, they didn't know that like someone was going to be messaging them, if that makes sense. So they're like, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was for something. And I don't care if people do that. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I was not getting comments on my tagged ones. And I don't know if it was just my algorithm that it was doing that, or if it's like Facebook. So if tagging them is working, I would keep doing that if you're getting comments. I didn't know if it was my algorithm or what, but it was like 5+ host posts in a row that would get 0 comments. So I just tried it out because I knew it was working for other people and so working good. So that's the save part. Let's see. Oh, getting people to host posts for you. So obviously your giveaway post, I don't know how I got off track and went to saved collections, but it's fine. People commenting on your giveaway. Oh, that's why, through that. Anyways, people commenting on your giveaway post, messaging them the post to make for you automatic. So I send it all in one message. So it's like you commented on my giveaway post, here's the post. So that those ones normally get it up pretty quick because I'm just sending it all in one and it's pretty simple. And then obviously I'm sending messages to people asking them to make a post for you. And I'll say these out loud just in case. Asking people to make a post for you. And I get these from 3 different places. So the first place that I message people is from my actives on Messenger. So if you go to Messenger and click the 2 little people down at the bottom, it says people, and then it shows how many people are active. Like right now it says I have 999 plus people that are active on Messenger. So I scroll all the way to the bottom, or like really, really far, and then I start messaging from the bottom up, messaging them to host posts for me. And then I also go to my interactive posts. So if on Facebook, do you know those posts that are like, I'm trying to think of one now. Oh, here's a good one. It says having a debate. What do you call the evening meal, dinner or supper? So it's not talking about the giveaway. It's literally just something to boost your algorithm. But instead of just letting the comments sit there, you can message those people since they're they know who you are. They know what you do. They see your post because they obviously commented. So they're like familiar with your page. I message those people the same exact message that says, hey, would you post something on your Facebook in exchange for an entry into a giveaway I'm doing on the 15th? 2 winners get $300 each. Super easy. I would so appreciate your support. So simple message. And then I also send that to people on my friends list. So I try to go to a different, or like go letter by letter. So I've like been through all the A's and B's this month. So now I'm like working through the C's, and then I'll go to the D's and the E's. Like, so I kind of work through my friends list that way too. And that's kind of how I message people to specifically ask them to post about the giveaway. Yes, it boosts your algorithm too, because Facebook sees that you're like interacting in so many different areas, especially if you do like, if I do 15 minutes of messaging, I try to do 5 minutes from my actives on Messenger, 5 minutes interactive post, 5 minutes friends list, so that it's like grabbing from different places and kicking people into your algorithm, because Facebook's like, ooh, she interacted with Brooklyn and she hasn't interacted with Brooklyn since 2019. Like, let's kick her into the algorithm. It like does weird stuff like that. Tara, did you have something? Can you hear me, Tara?
Yeah, I could. I don't know why I couldn't get myself unmuted. So I've been doing something really similar. Like any of my posts that I put that I'm giving a giveaway, like I even mention it, like they're getting no comments anymore. I think Facebook has just like caught on to me. So basically every time that I'm posting about the giveaway, it's always just an interactive post. And then I just message the people and I'm like, and I always kind of start off with the, hey, you're always so supportive of me, and like thanking them for that, because I want to like make it about them like almost immediately. And then I go into, I'm doing a giveaway, like, will you post for me? But I think that I'm getting more people to post for me when I instantly start that message as, oh, thank you so much. You're always interacting on my post. You're supportive, all of this. because it just gets them like, I don't know what it is about clicking in their head that like I'm just appreciating them. So I've actually started doing the same thing with like people who like my posts. Like if they're liking just like the post of my daughter or just any of my random posts, I'm like, hey, thank you for always being so supportive on my page and showing me interaction. I'm doing a giveaway. Would you be willing to put a post up for me? And that's getting me a lot of good hits too.
Yeah, I love that. And I feel like it's part of like people just want to be a part of something bigger. Like they don't, sometimes people even say like, yeah, I'll do it for you, but I don't need an entry. And I'm like, what? But like they just want to do it to help you, especially if you're like that and you're like, I would love your support or like I appreciate you. I feel like people just like helping people out, or maybe they just like supporting small businesses or whatever. You know what I mean? So I love that too, because it gives you extra place. Because sometimes I'm like, where do I find more people to message? You know what I mean? Like if I haven't, maybe I forgot to make an interactive post in the past few days or whatever. And so going like, I love like going to the likers of like any post because they are supporting you by liking all this. So I love that. Let's see. Did anyone else have anything before I like get back on?
So I have a question. So you're not having people tag you in the host to post anymore, right? So are you still putting your name in the host to post? Does that make sense? Or is it, you know how like we normally do like, hey, my friend Shanice is yada, yada, yada. So you're taking that part completely out of your host to post?
Yeah. And I feel like, and that's where like you could see how like people would get confused if they're like, no, I was just answering my friend Hannah. Like my friend Hannah asked me how much weight I wanted to lose. So I feel like some people get confused, but also like I feel like it just gets more comments and boosts it more into the algorithm, where I'd rather have more people comment and have like one on every post be like, oh no, I didn't know that you were going to message me type thing, and still have like 10 other people who were actually interested versus like doing one that's not going to get any, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. But my giveaway host post does have my name in it. It's like, well, I was doing one that didn't have my name, but now I'm going back to that. I'm partnering with my friend Courtney one. So that one does. But no, I'm just having people post the, if you could lose 10 pounds a month, how many months would it take you to reach your goal? And I feel like it gets more comments because they do think that their friend Hannah is just asking. Does that make sense? Versus like, they're like, who's Courtney? You know what I mean? Like, just like, I don't know. So I feel like that's helping too. And a lot of the people are interested in actually like have conversations with me about it. So I don't know. I feel like it's working. But yeah, so I'm having people, and I'm doing, if you guys are on any trainings that we talked about, like Ariane Whaley, or if you were on with her, she taught me how to do the, have people on your page post about the giveaway and have those people post about the products. And at the end of April, I kind of got away from that because I was like having everybody post about the products. So obviously I wanted all these customers and I wasn't really worried about the giveaway ones. And so I had to like kick myself out of that routine. Recently I was messaging her and I was like, I need to get back to it. And she said it's still working for her. So like having people that comment on your giveaway post, sending them the giveaway post to post for you, and then all of their friends, I feel like it's just like the biggest spider web ever. So I feel like if you do it consistently, that works too. But I also like to have a few of my people do the product for me. So I'll have like, just to like keep it, I don't know, mixed, so that I don't have like all these people about the giveaway and then I'm just waiting for all of their people to comment. Does that make sense? Or if I'm like a day behind, I can have those people, if that makes sense too. But having those people post about the giveaway for you, and I'll let me see. Taylor or Amber, did you have something to add? I'm gonna look up this message while you do that.
Yeah, I was on a Zoom with, it was like Taylor Cuffman, I think, and she was doing this like kind of like the green light messaging, but the message she was sending was like, hey, I'm running for a promotion this month. And that was the one she was using, and it still had the, will you put up a giveaway post for me and like for an entry into this giveaway. But I noticed when I started using the I'm running for a promotion, I get so many more haps up by using the I'm running for a promotion one. So that's been one that's working really, really well for me and some of my other distributors too.
Yes, I love that. I have another message from Ariane that I'm going to share. It's not like the same thing, like immediate message. But it's just like, if you guys follow Rachel Jones, she was running for Presidential 2.0 last month. Even Ariane, she was running towards Triple last month. And so like all of their posts were about like, I'm this many orders away. I'm so excited. Like their whole, like, it was like addictive to watch them because they were just so excited and filled with like this energy. And you knew that they were moving forward and progressing and that they were going to hit it. And all these people were like, can I place an extra order to help you? Like, I'll place an order to help. Like, people just want to be a part of something bigger. Like they want to know. It's just like when you want to place an order for something and then they're like, when you place an order, we have a pair of free shoes to an orphan. You're like, oh, well, I might as well buy these shoes for myself then, because then I'm giving to an orphan. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that like you're purchasing something you want, but then like it's a feel good thing out of it too. Like, if that makes sense. Yeah, people want to help. Okay, I love that. I'm gonna have you give me that message so I can put it in like a compilation when we post this. Amber, when we post this, whatever, if you want to text it to me. But my giveaway host post is I'm partnering up with my friend Courtney, and she's going to give away $300 cash on Thursday to 2 people. Tell me your birthday month to enter. And obviously you can change up that last part. Tell me your whatever to enter. Which I probably need to switch mine up because it's really old. So that's that. So having people post the giveaway for you first. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'm missing before I like jump all around. I already talked about saving the post. So obviously they're going to make the giveaway post for you, saving it to my collection, commenting back to the commenters. So people are commenting April, March, whatever their birthday month is. I'm adding them as a friend, replying back to their comment saying, hey, I sent you a friend request so that I can send you your entry. And that's all I'm doing. I'm leaving it. So I'm going to respond to everybody and go away from it. And then later in the day, when I go back to check my host post, next time I sit down and do some work, I'm going to go back to that host post and I'm going to check and I'll click on people's names and I'm going to click. And if they've accepted my friend request, I'm going to message them and send them the host to post to make for me about the products. If they have not accepted my friend request, I'm not going to send it to them because they're not going to see it anyways and you're going to get blocked. So I just do that. And you can even send a reminder, like if it's like the next day, you could say like, hey, you haven't accepted my friend request yet, so that I can send you your entry if you want to do that. But if they've accepted, then I'll actually message them. So then those people are posting about the products for you. So then people are commenting saying it would take them 1 month, 3 months, 5 months, whatever the case is, they're commenting. So I'm adding them as a friend, replying back to their comment saying, hey, I sent you a friend request so that I can send you the info. So then I'm going back later, clicking whoever accepted my friend request, I'm sending them the info. And I can put all this wording in there too about my combo, but I feel like what's working, I don't know if you guys do general weight loss host too, but what's working for me, I have a message and I've started all of my conversations like this for probably the last, like, I don't know, like 4 months or so. It's been a while. And it's been working so well because what I used to do was be like, they would comment on like a weight loss post and I'd be like, hey, I saw your comment. Here's the info about the Thermifite X. And they would be like, okay, like you're immediately just trying to sell me on something. You know what I mean? Like that like weird thing. And so what I'm doing is messaging them in the first message. I have to use my text replacement to see it. I'm saying, hey, I saw your comment on the post that Libby made for me about weight loss. Your weight loss goal was around blank pounds. Is that correct? So if they put 3 months, I'm going to say your weight loss goal is around 30 pounds, correct? So it's almost like I'm like, you know, like, I don't even know what the word is, like validating their goal, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like, you want to lose 30 pounds instead of just like, they commented 3, but then I never talk about the fact that they said 30 and I just give them some product. So I'm sending that first. And then once they say yes, then I say, perfect. First of all, I want to say I have so much respect for you wanting to start and make a change for yourself. And I put like a heart eyes emoji, and then I send them the info of the product. So it was the gummies, but now I'm doing Thermifite X since gummies are on back order. And I feel like even that statement is like, oh, she wants to help me. You know what I mean? Not just like, here's the info, even though I don't care about them. Like, I'm like revalidating like that what they're doing is making a change for themselves. And it's almost like speaking it into existence. Like, I love that you want to make a change for yourself. Even if they didn't even know that I was going to message them and they weren't really thinking about it. But then I'm telling them that, they're like, oh yeah, I really do want to make a change for myself. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like it's just been working. I don't know. Maybe my philosophy is wrong, but that's been working for me. And then obviously I talk about the Thermifite X. And then once I have their info and I'm about to place their order, I send them the upgrade message to upgrade to the Thermifite X Cleanse and Fat Fighters, which is like 83 BB. It's insane. So that is what I do. And then I also said that I was going to talk a little bit about organization. So once those people comment and they've accepted my friend request and I actually message them, I write them down in my potentials notebook. Because I consider them, if I'm messaging you about the product, it's because you're interested, whether you're commenting on my post, on a host post, whatever the case is. So then I add them to my notebook, and I just have all these people are from like host posts, and I highlight them in pink if they are like, I've sent them the info sheet that they're like, I'm like, are you ready to order? I send them the info sheet, they're ready to order. Pink. Blue is obviously PDTs, that's for the business. That way they're all here so that the next day, so like these are people from today. So tomorrow, in the morning, I'm going to go back to this list and I'm going to follow up with every single person on this list. Maybe the conversation fell off and I'm like, hey, are you still interested? Or hey, did you want to get the ThermoFedEx ordered? Or if I send them the first message that said like, your weight loss goal is 30 pounds, is that correct? If they don't answer me, normally I just like re-ask the question above. So I'll be like, is that correct? Smiley face. Maybe that's weird. I don't know if you tell me that's weird, but I kind of just like re-ask it. And most of the time they'll message me that second day and be like, oh yeah, that's correct. Sorry. Like they forgot to message me back. So I'm just like instead of like thinking up a big long follow-up. So that's what I've been doing. So let's see. Following up. Okay. I feel like that's most of it. The other thing with host post is and sometimes I slack off on this, especially if I'm not sitting at my desk working, but there's obviously different ways to do it. But writing down people that said that they would host post for you, or people, so anybody that comments on my giveaway post, I'm assuming they want an entry. So I'm sending them the post all in one message. I write their names down. And then if I message people and say, would you be willing to put up a post for me? And they say yes, and I send them the post, I'm writing their name down. And then I try to, like the next day or the next 2 days, go back through that list and send them the follow-up that says like, hey, I haven't seen your post yet. I still wanted to make sure you got an entry in. Like, did you just forget, or did you want a different post to put up? And a lot of times they just forget. And so that gets that post that like you thought that they didn't want to post, but they really just forgot. And so that's been working super well too when I do it consistently. And then the other message that Ariane just shared with me, she sends to people who, let's see. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. If they've done like one host post for you before, like say they posted about the product for you before, you can send them this message to then post about the giveaway for you, or opposite. If they post about the giveaway for you and then sending them this message to then post about the product for you, it just says, hey love, I know you've entered my giveaway drawings before. We just sent, obviously this is her giveaway, so it's not ours. We just sent 3 people $200 in Target gift cards out on the 15th. They were so excited. This week I'm giving away 3 more $200 Target gift cards, and I thought maybe you'd like to enter to win this one. Do you want in? So this is a good one that you can even go back like through like my March collection and go message all these people talking about last month's giveaway, and then like, do you want an entry into this month's giveaway too? To like re-get people in, but with a different post, or even people that posted for you at the beginning of the month, like asking them if they want another entry into that. Yeah, Taylor, go ahead.
So like this is going back to like getting more comments and stuff on like your giveaway posts and stuff, but like recently I've had the same people commenting on it, and like yeah, they'll post, but like they don't get any comments anymore like on their posts whatsoever. So and like usually I just add people from host to post, so I haven't been adding people. And here recently I've added back into like when I sit down and work, like I make sure I add at least 50 people on Facebook and Instagram, and I've gotten a lot more interactions just on like all my posts in general, and like have been able to get more posts up like from like new people that I've added on Facebook, even with like Greenlight messaging and everything, than I was, because like the like market or whatever I was in, like just I kind of tapped out of it. So that's something that I've been doing like in the past couple of days, is just adding like a lot of people.
Yeah, I feel like the more people you have like filtering through your page, the better. Like, and that's why I love too with like doing all these things. Like some of the things it feels like, oh, I'll just do like 2 of these things, but like if you're not doing all of them, like it doesn't come full circle. You know, like if you're trying to get a post, but you're not sending messages to people on your friends list, your algorithm's going to be like dead to where it's not going to work the same way as if you did like these things consistently. Because I feel like they all work together. You know what I mean? Like adding people to your network brings more people to your page to then comment on giveaway post or interaction post for you to then message them about the giveaway, for them to host post for you to get more people from host. You know what I mean? Like it all just like it's like a domino effect. So does anyone else have anything they want to share before I'm gonna turn this recording off? Nobody has anything?
Sorry. Okay, Kara.
Sorry. So with the like adding people to your network, I literally just did like a big page clean out. Like I just unadded like probably every bit of 1,000 people from my Facebook. So most of that was just like the people, you know, you're always messaging, but like they have zero interest at all. But I also unadded those people who are like always commenting on your giveaway post, but then they never want to post for you. And you're like, yeah, them commenting, like it's supportive, it's still boosting algorithm, but it just I feel like for me at least, it's frustrating like when you're messaging the people these posts to put up and they're like, no, they don't want to put them up. They're not fully showing the support. And so I think that's one thing I just wanted to add there is don't keep spinning your wheels with people who they're not going to support you, because you can just add new people in. And of course, I just did my big page clean out because I was about to the limit of how many friends I could have on Facebook. So you've got to do that. You have to get to a point where you boot out the people who aren't going to support. And I mean, if they're not even willing to put a simple post up on their page for you, I mean, are they really showing you the support that you want filtering through your business? So that's just my thing there. I'll hand it over to Shanice, I guess.
Something that I was struggling with was I felt like I kept messaging the same people over and over and over, asking them to host a post. So what I'll do is I'll go through my friends list and I'll pick a letter like, I don't know, HE or HA, and then I'll find somebody that I've got a lot of mutual friends with. And so then I'll go to their friends list and I've got the mutual friends and I'll start messaging those people. And I was able to start so many new conversations of just asking them to host a post or, you know, become an LC or DT or anything like that. So that's something I've been doing. So that way I'm able to, you know, get some new blood in there just a little bit. And then I've been going back and boosting up all of my old giveaway posts and product posts and host a post. And somebody told me that if you put a before and after in the comments, when it boosts it back up, well, that's what everybody sees. So do a GIF, whatever you call those things, or a comment in it. And then that's what they'll see when they boost it back up. And I also started putting my personal giveaway posts and my personal product posts in a collections. So that way, when I go back to boost all those up again, they're just right there and I'm not having to go through and scroll. So that's what I did all today. I went back and put all my giveaway posts just for this year into a collection so I can just press. But yeah, so make it a little bit easier.
That's genius. I think we all were like,
yes.
That's so smart. And literally when you post the product, if you got near to a scene, when you post the product post, you just automatically save it. So you don't have to like keep going back.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all just there. I even like that with like opportunity. Oh, you're spinning my wheels. Okay, Amber, go ahead. I'm just like.
That was really, really good. I would have never thought of that had you not said that, by the way. I do have, so I've noticed on like a bunch of my host posts, I get people like, if I do, or not a host post, but like just a post in general, I'll get people that are like, you know, these things never work or whatever. If they're my friend, I don't know like how y'all go about it, but I definitely go unfriend those people. If they're like always on my post, but they're always like, these giveaways aren't real, or I never see you post them, because I share the live. I don't know if y'all do that, but like I share the live every single time. But yeah, like I go get rid of them. So just like, I don't know how everybody else, but like that's how I teach people. I don't know if that's wrong, but like I just get rid of them immediately, because that's like a really good way to just clean out your friends list too, is get rid of the ones that have just negative all the time.
Well, here's my philosophy. this is like and I heard a leader say this and I was like, okay, that's smart. Cause I feel like sometimes we're like, we run a business, like we can't just unfriend people because they're like on our business page, you like, and I think was it Brittany Landrum? I don't know, but she was talking about how somebody asked her, like, how do you work on social media? Like it's so negative. And she was like, well, I very much filter who I'm seeing on my stuff. And I was like, that's so smart. And I've heard people say before that like, and I've very much done this. And there's a difference between like, oh, I just don't have the same political like views as you. Like I don't need to have the same views as you. I don't care about that. But if you're negatively posting about stuff on your page all the time, first of all, I don't want to see it, but I also don't want people on my team like that. Does that make sense? So I don't need them there. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where people, Taylor Kaufman said that the way that she like enrolls all these people who like she's literally best friends with is because she doesn't add people unless like when she's adding to her network, unless she would look at them and be like, yeah, I would go to coffee with this girl. There's some people on your Facebook friends list or your Instagram friends list who you would not go to coffee with. There's some people that I'd be like scared to go to coffee with them, like literally terrified. So I'm like, you're just going to get off my page. But also another way that like when I'm about to reach my friends list, and I kind of do this consistently so that I don't reach my friends limit, is kind of what you were talking about, Tara, when I ask people to post for me, like from my friends list, which probably means that they've been friends with me for a while, most of the people, if that makes sense, if I'm going through and messaging all these people. If we've had conversations before, so either I've asked them to host post for me before, or they've talked about a product before, but they've never ordered like in the past, like some of these people from like 2019, 2020, you know what I mean? And I'm asking them to make a post for me and they don't respond to me. I just go back through the next day and anybody who either didn't read the message or they didn't respond to me, or they didn't post for me, I go and unfollow or like unfriend all those people because that just makes room for so many new people. You know what I mean? Like I can't keep doing host posts if I have all these people who aren't willing to do that. If that makes sense. So I love that. Yes. Well, I love protect your space. Who said that? Shanice. Yeah, I love that because it's our social media too, and that's part of like I feel like why we get in our own heads all the time is because like there's all these people like negatively talking on our social media about stuff. But if you like remove that and then you get to work in your safe space in your like positive space because you know what I mean? Like that would just be like owning a business and letting all of these like negative people traipse in and be like saying negative stuff about your store. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm just babbling at this point, but does anyone have anything else to add before I actually close this time? You guys know me. I'll just keep babbling.
Something that I did the other day, or not the other day, it was last week, and I don't know why I did it again. Put a slide on your story that's about the giveaway. And yeah, people may or may not like vote on it, but anybody who views that slide, I message them asking them to put up a host post. Like, hey, I know you didn't vote, but I just wanted to reach out just in case. And a lot of people be like, yeah, sure, you know what, I'll do that. So that's another way to get some people. Because the people who view my story I don't see them on my page. Like I don't see none of their stuff or anything. I don't know why it's like two different groups of people for me that do my story and that I see on my timeline. But that's something you can do also to get up some more host posts.
I love it. Okay. I hope all this was helpful with all the host post things. I'm going to be when we post this, I'm going to put like a big long, all the scripts with it so that if any of y'all want to post it in your team pages and stuff, you have all that too. And then if anyone has any questions, you can obviously reply to one of us and ask if we missed something. But I hope it was helpful. I feel like there's some new things that I've learned that I've been excited about. So I wanted to share them in case anybody else didn't know them or whatever. Obviously, Shanice had some mom and all these girls have some mom tips to share with us too. So I'm like making a list of everything I need to go do every day consistently now. But okay, I am going to stop this recording.